Hey folks, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by again. I really appreciate it. I probably sound like a broken record every time. Not only does this Springsteen come up in general, but this particular song, as I truly think it's one of his best. And really couldn't appreciate it until a little bit older, because One Step Up off of the Tunnel of Love album, Tunnel of Love '87. I was 14 at the time. The meaning doesn't really resonate with you until you're a little bit older at that point, basically. So, but not only that, but just super duper simple, super duper, I haven't used that term in a while, super duper simple chord progression using basic chord structure. G shape, D shape, but I put that bass in there because you'll see how we walk this bass up in an E minor shape. And then there's one more chord thrown in there, and it can make it as simple as you want, whether it's an A or an A7. But that's the whole song. So if you can kind of just play those chords, or you're working on those chords, this is a song you can start working on. And again, when I call these out, I'm going with the chord shapes, not the actual chord names, because it is a G shape, but in reality it's a B flat because of where the capo is in relation to the fretboard and all that. So keep that in mind. So we're just going to call out the shapes to keep it simple. Okay. All right. So if you haven't done so, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really love having all you here checking out these videos. So. I won't bore you too much longer. Let's get into this one. One Step Up, Bruce Springsteen off the Tunnel of Love album. Here we go. All right, so let's just kind of dive right into this one. One Step Up, Bruce Springsteen, Tunnel of Love album. Again, G shape. Again, shapes. G shape, D shape with that F sharp in the bass here. Second fret, 6th string to an E minor. All right. And we can just, simply we can strum it. Alright, so let's look at this two different ways. Number one, simple, super easy way, super duper. That's the word for this video, right? Let's play the G shape. But what we're doing is we are taking our pinky off of that high E string. So it's ringing out, okay? That string is ringing out right there. First string is ringing out right here, okay? So play the G shape, take our pinky off of that, so... And that E note, that open E string, really kind of makes the whole song. Alright? And then... we're going to the D shape. Same thing, we're going to play a D. Keep that bass note here is important. Look, this is how I play it. I just kind of wrap my thumb across it. Other people do it different ways. This is how it's always worked for me. Again, open E though. To the E minor. And that E string is already automatically open for you there, okay? If we just want to strum it, and I'll get into the picking pattern that I do in about 30 seconds, but if we're going to just strum it, and that up I'm accenting is really you're hitting that open E. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. All right? All right, see how we're doing this here? That's your strumming. So it's really 4 chords we're working with here. The G to the D. Okay, to the E minor. Back to that D. So a total of 4 chords, okay, in that order. And then as far as the picking pattern, look, I do it different every time I play it. So I'm trying to. So it's going to be 6th string, 6, 5, 4. And that open string is my 4th note. And I just kind of right up, I come right up the strings after that. Okay? All right, so 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd, to the 4th string. Right? And then I'm just going to switch it to the D shape. And I think the strings are the exact same picking pattern. E minor. Right? Back to that D. And the bass notes are important because if you're just listening for the bass notes, all right, that is 95% of your song right there. So if the picking pattern doesn't work, just strum it. Because honestly, the strumming piece of it's going to come in at the bridge. You with me so far? This is pretty straightforward, okay? So that's your intro, that's your verse, okay? It's even going to be your chorus for the most part, I guess. Right? We keep. Right. And then there's going to be a quick change. I'm trying to think what the lyric is around it, and I'm drawing a blank on it. Where along the lines I slipped off track. Hold that G. One step up, and it's going to go to an A7 or even an A. So that whole turnaround is going to be, it's going to be. And everything repeats at that point. That's really it. Okay? So don't overthink it. So it's again. Moving one step. That's the line. All right, repeats the whole song basically. The bridge, it's the same thing, but just for dynamic purposes, we're gonna start strumming it. And you got to remember, there's more going on here in this song. There's some other instruments. We're doing for solo acoustic, so we're doing this just so that way, if you want to sing it solo, whatever you want to do, it'll work. But we're gonna just strum the bridge. It's the same thing night on night. Who's wrong? Continues, and it's gonna be. And then when you get back to that last, I think it's the last word of the bridge, we're gonna go right back into the picking. Come. Oh. Right? So that's the song. I mean, it's really straightforward. Make it as difficult or easy as you want, but those are the chords. I don't believe Bruce plays these chords like this. I've seen several videos, even like the official video, and whether he's just kind of ghosting some chords here to make it look like he's playing. I don't think I've seen him play it exactly like this, but this is how I've done it, especially in the Springsteen tribute band I've been in, and it goes over well. So enjoy it. Pretty straightforward. Let me know if you have any other Bruce requests. I'm going to be doing a lot with Bruce this year, and just, you know, I'm going to try to complete some of the albums that I started. In particular, Born to Run and Wild and Innocent. I've got songs out for a lot of them, but I think I'm going to continue it and try to get all the songs for those albums and see what happens. So, we'll see you soon. Thanks for stopping by. See you later.